Всем привет, ребята! Мы продолжаем проходить Hogwarts Legacy в рамках моего прохождения. И мы продолжаем. В прошлой серии мы с вами наиграли целый час, если вы помните. И, собственно, у нас журнал открылся. Ну-ка, что там у нас? Задание. Что у нас тут по заданиям? Что было в прошлой серии? В прошлой серии мы пошли в запретную секцию и поиграли в дуэль. Еще выучили инцендио. Отправляйтесь на занятия по травологии. Оу, отлично. Ну что, пошли на травологию. Говорят, там профессор интересный. Сейчас сходим на травологию. Заодно узнаем что-нибудь интересное. Да, я все еще играю за вот этого персонажа, как ты видишь. Да. Я на Гриффиндоре. Так, нам вниз надо. Травология. Травология, по-моему, за Хогвартсом находится, если я не ошибаюсь. Или в Хогвартсе, подожди, я не помню, если честно. Я впервые, если честно, иду на это за занятие, если честно. Кстати, а вот и травология. Все-таки в Хогвартсе находится она. Поехали. Вот она. Профессор травологии.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You need these for today's class.
Она молодая профессор.
A little treat for your auntie. Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
Она-то нас впервые
How
видит.
thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bomb.
Эту зверушку мы помним из Гарри Поттера.
Today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
А, это я знаю, да. Это из второй части Гарри Поттера, что-то такое подобное.
Rip the mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
А, да. Я же помню эту фигню, да, из второй части Гарри Поттера. Кричащие вот эти фигни. Кричащие фигни, да, я помню. Я сейчас сдохну нафиг. Терпи, персонаж, терпи, сейчас. Перетащить эту хуйню-то. Все кнопки пережимаю нахуй. Не туда нажал, блин. Что же у меня проблема-то с этим, а? Как быть-то, блин? Короче, ребят, я встрял нафиг. Р. Какая кнопка, блин? Тут. Ёп, макарёк я. Наконец-то. Я, наверное, нажимаю, бля. Мандрагора вспомнил, вот. Как эта фигня называется.
Sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Да.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have
Скажи, братан, вообще жесть какая была.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see, how to balance my staff this long arrangement. Niffler's fancy,
Although Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. There, dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Oh, nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that?
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on then. Grab a few. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages a bit, and they'll do the rest.
Удерживайте и используйте, чтобы открыть круглое меню инструментов и назначить китайскую жующую капусту. Затем, чтобы использовать назначенные вами инструменты ведения боя.
I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves, I shall end our lesson here.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really ravaging them.
Профессор Кикат просит меня припрактиковаться использованию УРОК для уклонения от атак. Она также хочет, чтобы мне удалось поразить несколько врагов с помощью инсендио. Мое руководство не может указывать путь для выполнения этой задачи, но сама карта все равно может оказаться довольно полезной.
Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it.
Protego!
It goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
It's a relief to finally have an art. Portrait was empty.
Not the best idea to start with.
Spare a moment? I could use your help. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskeen Dunkeen.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Что ж, нам задание дали, надо пойти и посмотреть, что там.
Always wondered what the other half of the comic.
Здесь мы ни разу не были, кстати.
Repairer. Accio. These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Incendio! This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Protego! Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Incendio! Incendio! Protego! Incendio! Seems the Devil's Snare was protecting a chest. Incendio! Incendio! I imagine it was about an enormous venomous attack. It would be like to prove it bravery. Instantly.
I can say is
Have you found anything to prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunking for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunking for me.
Ну вот мы и помогли кому-то.
Maybe Ormers or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Black would never allow
Ага, зельеварение.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Что ж, а вот и зельеварение.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze would be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
My parents considered keeping me. Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you had permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fruit feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fruit feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fruit feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember, a well-prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on hand.
Here's the Fruit feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the jitney or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
И ждем, когда приготовится. 20 секунд.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Fruit potion.
You're the listener. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Ali, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem
Да
so
просто
concerned
понимаешь,
about
чувак,
potion
я в
recipes,
принц
it's as if
полукровка
they're
играл,
getting
у меня
gobbledygook.
уже руки
A
наточены на
fascinating
это.
language, by the way.
Я там
We've
зелье
been
варенье
here
обожал.
already, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good
Гарри
conversation is
Поттер
the
принц
enemy of free
полукровка.
time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration.
Хорошо, провели урок зельеварения. Теперь пойдем по другую часть задания. Попьем чайку на дорожку.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Rebellion. Protego. Incendio. Reparo. Revelio.
Someone else trying to pass.
Так, что это у нас? Снаряжение там появилось. Ну-ка. Немножко приоделись.
Have you seen how
А, я знаю это домик Хагрида. Вы что, думаете, я не узнаю это место? Вы меня плохо знаете. Я узнаю это место. О, и вон тот мост я помню, да, из Гарри Поттера. Красота-то какая, а, вообще. Класс.
There you go. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Угу.
It's
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with her students. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow was planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen and find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Ну что, ребят, на этом мы пока закончим. Продолжим в следующей серии помогать незнакомке. Вон на той стороне. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Завтра, наверное, я выложу, как мы поможем. Ну, на этом все. Всем спасибо за просмотр. И пока. Перед этим давайте мы это с вами посмотрим, что здесь.
Especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
I never saw her.
Oh, that's enough. I'm too tired for your stories today.
Давайте пообщаемся, давайте.
What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
Any whispers going about the town?
There's a thief on the loose by the name of Catherine Haggerty. She's an ashwinder. She's stealing everything that's not nailed down, and people have had enough. Catherine's hiding in a camp just southwest of town.
That will be all. Thank you for your time.
Ладно, на этом точно все. Всем пока.